Morning, everybody. Litecoin enthusiasts and Litecoin Foundation. It's 4:45 a.m. December 30th. It's 4:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, December 30th, 2019. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Let's grab the old calculator. First, let's find the market makers trades. We're still going up. Now, I want you to see the position of the market makers trades, which are the two largest orders in the order book. Okay, you see this 2146.77? It's embedded in here. So these are where the two market makers, the price where his trades are at, 43.40 and 42.69. So now we're going to do the math based on the information that Coinbase gave us. This isn't information I'm making up. This is information that was given to me by Coinbase in their letter to the New York Department of Financial Services. So this is far from conspiracy theory. 39 cents again. You can see right there. Now we're going to go find the buy side. $42.69. As you can see, the buy is closer than the sell side, so we will continue to go up. Let's see what the difference is in equidistance. %. Okay, you take the 100%, you minus the 82%, and it leaves you the difference. 18% difference in equidistance. So you can see those two trades are not equidistant, which means the market maker is not placing his trades equidistant. He's manipulating the price. It's that simple. Okay, you can look at this letter here. Okay, there goes a clearer copy for you. You could read this letter here. This was when I filed the complaint with the New York Department of Financial Services. I did not know those two trades were held by the market maker. Coinbase answered the complaint, or they would lose their bit license in New York. And what they do is that Coinbase fabricated this is a letter of fiction, saying that its market maker was placing his trades what are they, this exact words you can see here, posting his trades, pegging his trades to the mid-market price. In other words, his trades were equidistant all the time from the mid-market price. Yet here we are checking it over and over and over, and it's never pegged to the mid-market price. The lowest you see it off is like 14%. Here today you see it at 18%. We've seen it at 2 days in a row at 61% when he reversed the trend. 61% being on the sell side, then the next day after the dump was over being 61% on the buy side. Okay, that's how he's manipulating it. And then the day before those 2 days, we've seen it at 55% from being equidistant. Now you can see here, again, the thumbs up. People are looking at this and comparing it and doing the math. They know I'm telling the truth. Even though I don't have too many subscribers, I wish more people would subscribe and make me feel a little better that I helped a lot of people not get ripped off. So please subscribe, people, and start bringing this up to Mr. Brian Armstrong on his Twitter. Start posting this to him, saying, can you please provide an answer? And after I reviewed all this, I started thinking, why would they refuse to look at the information I'm providing that unequivocally proves that their market maker is manipulating the price of Litecoin? And as soon as Charlie Lee put his coin on Coinbase, and he used to work at Coinbase, let's not forget that. Charlie Lee was an engineer at Coinbase. He made $200 million. Not too far after he put his coin on Coinbase, he pulled the plug on it. He doesn't put any more money in development. Okay, people have brought that up to his attention. That was all over YouTube. And he hasn't answered. He put all his money into marketing. Now, to tell you the truth, with the level of people that I've contacted and told within the Coinbase sphere of influence, including the CEO of Coin, the top tier CEO, Brian Armstrong, the current CEO at the time was Adam White. I actually talked to him on the phone. He actually stopped to talk to me early in the morning. As soon as I can call him up, I spoke to him on the phone. He seemed to acknowledge it, but he didn't care because he was on the way out the door. But I think he understood what I was talking about. No arguing, no heat. It was a simple sharing of information. This is what I claim. Here's the information. This is what your market maker's doing. You could use this math and check it now. And he went and checked. I think he was actually checking it. I heard him typing when I was talking to him on the phone. I think he was checking it in real time as I was speaking. And I think he knows that it was being manipulated. And that's why he was hightailing it out of Coinbase, so to say. So I feel after I looking at this and I see this fabricated letter, this only leads me to one conclusion. Why did the staff of lawyers lie? Why does Charlie Lee refuse to acknowledge this? Why does Brian Armstrong refuse to acknowledge this? Why does David Schwartz, the project manager for Litecoin Foundation, refuse? It's insider trading, people. They know who the market maker is, and he's queuing them in. They're all making a fortune off of us. Do you understand now? It took me a while to realize why would the head of global investigations not want to stop open criminality on the exchange by one of the people that are involved in or a partner in business with Coinbase, because that's what you are in the market maker. You get paid, you provide a service. Why wouldn't Coinbase stop them? The answer is clear. They're all involved in insider trading. They know when the market maker is going to dump. They know when the market maker is going to pump. They're all making out like a bandit. You understand? They don't want it to end. That's how Charlie made $200 million. He knew the market maker was going to pump it. You don't make $200 million and sell out at the highest price possible unless you know it's going to be the highest price possible. You know there's going to be a massive pump coming along. So they all made money. So that's why they won't stop the market maker from doing what he's doing. People figure it out. It's not hard to deduce. Why are they actually defensive to criminal activity? And the only people that are defensive to criminal activity is people involved in the crime. Now I got a clearer understanding. What's going on here is that they know the market maker's doing this. They're ignoring it because they're making money. They're getting paid. This is why they're ignoring it. If I owned an exchange and somebody came to me and I knew that this would get an exchange, if one of those agencies decided to turn around and look into this, and these agencies actually understood how to read an order book, and they brought this to court, there's going to be a lot of people going to fucking jail. This is a huge insider trading scam. And if he says, oh no, you're telling the truth, it's a conspiracy theory, then you tell me why, after 2 years that I was providing this information, and I can prove with math that your market maker hasn't had a day where he was equidistant. Maybe you have a few of them scattered in a 2-year investigation that where they were equidistant, and that was maybe once or twice in the 2 years that I've been looking at this. You tell me why you couldn't possibly see this using math that any elementary student in school could use. I can get my 9-year-old daughter to come in here and run the math for you and show you that the market maker is not, his trades aren't placed equidistant. Why aren't you doing anything? And the answer obviously has to be because she's all involved in it. If he's weren't, Charlie would have made $200 million. I like to ask Mr. Brian Armstrong, how much coin did you sell? We know Charlie sold 500,000 coin. How much coin did you have, Mr. Armstrong? How many coins did your staff have? You guys know what your market makers do, and it's obviously when you're trying to treat this market maker as an outside source. I don't believe he's an outside source. I asked you to reveal who your market maker is, and you're supposed to automatically do that to anybody who asks for information upon request, because they're going to invest in your platform and they want to see if the market maker is on the up and up. I'd still like to know who this market maker is, because wherever he is, I'm not trading there. You won't reveal it. I got a funny feeling there's a reason why you won't tell me who the market maker is. You're supposed to, as an exchange, you're supposed to, all your staff's supposed to know. When I call in, hey, who's your market maker? Oh, it's so-and-so. Thank you for the information. You hang up the phone, and then you go run your risk assessment based on that market maker being involved in your exchange. What's his name? Ivan Boski? Michael Milken? So you can see, people, the math doesn't lie. People lie. Now, if I'm lying to you, how could I possibly be lying to you or spreading a conspiracy theory when I'm looking at and I'm showing you the math? I know where the trades are for the market maker. They're not equidistant. They're not. I'm showing it to you in math. That means the market maker's manipulating the market. I want an answer. I want to know who this market maker is and why do they run cover for him. Because it's insider trading. I'm telling you to your face. You either answer the math or you're insider trading. That's it. There's no excuse for you ignoring this. That's the only obvious excuse. So you can see, if you watch this trade long enough, you'll see that this one down here is the lower form, 2153. But if you stand here and watch it, oh, you see it 2143 now? It just changed. He moved it down, the price, with no provocation. He moved it down. See, 43.39. Even if he moved it. You know, which also makes me laugh. 2143, you see it? 2143.26. 2043, 2143. You see it? That's how I am able to tell that's the market maker's trades, because they're the same market size, and that's how you see it. And then you see those trades just moving up and down, and the mid-market price following the trend that they create. I want an answer. Hey, Brian Armstrong, this is directed straight to your face. Okay? You could even have your legal team, you could threaten to sue me. Say, fine, sue me. I'll come into court and I'll ask the judge, I want to know why these guys sue me for spotting that their market maker is not on the up and up. Then we'll have disclosure. We'll have them disclosure, and then I can counter sue you right then and there and have these all locked up, because I think this is just a den of criminals. This is a boiler room. This is a boiler room. An electronic, modern-day boiler room. Now, if you people are trading here and you're holding huge bags, I can understand why you're upset about me providing this information to the open public, because it's going to cause you to make money. But me exposing it is not the one that's causing you to lose money. It's the market makers' manipulation that's causing you to lose money. Fortunately, I was able to discover this and save myself. But if you're not going to acknowledge this, these guys are going to know how much holdings you have, how much you got invested, and they're going to try to plunge the price to get you to sell off so they could take your money. And then they'll run the price back up again. That's what they're doing. They're targeting their own investors. That's what people who do insider trading do. Now you say, how do they get your money? They get you to buy in on the fake pumps, right? You like, okay, it's going to go higher. I'll put my sell in about 10, 20% higher, even 30% higher in some cases. You put your stop and loss at 10%, right? 10% to you is no big deal. But when this market maker goes across the whole board and scalps everybody putting in their, stop losses, that's millions of dollars a day. That's tens of millions of dollars a day that he's scalping everybody for. And then later he pumps it up. Somebody comes in, the coin that he scalped from you, he sells it to somebody else 10, 20% higher. Usually it's 5%. And he's making 5% off all of the money that he scalps from the people who put up stop losses. This is insider trading. This is why they refuse to acknowledge it. They're all making money off of you, robbing you. These guys are scumbags. Now you can understand what's going on. It took me a while to figure it out. 2143.26, 2143.27. You see it? Those are the market makers' trades. If you don't understand it, send me a message. I'll come on your channel and explain it, and we'll walk through it. But if you're going to tell me it's conspiracy theory, the conversation's over. Because I'm going to have to embarrass you on your own channel. Remember, if I'm talking to you and you're recording me, I'm recording you. So anybody who wants to speak to me, I'm open. I'll give you my credentials. You can check them. You can see I'm a long-time consultant with Constantine Control Associates. I worked at Bank of Tokyo. Worked at Deutsche Bank. Multiple years I worked in these places. Gulf International Bank, Core States. Those were full-time employment in Core States and Citibank. Citibank, I worked there like 5 years in private banking for the wealthiest clients that Citibank held. I ran the books. I was the watchdog over the books. If there was anything wrong, it was my job to catch it and report it and work with the legal team, okay, to get it fixed. If one of our staff was doing something funny, it was my job to find it and point out which staff member was doing it. That was my job. And I'm telling you now, I'm looking at the books of Coinbase Pro on the Litecoin side. I see 2 trades. I did an investigation. Those 2 trades were manipulating the mid-market price through their large volume sizes. They were sandboxing in the price or kettling the mid-market price, controlling the mid-market price. Okay? I did an investigation with the New York Department of Financial Services. What did I find? Coinbase told me who owned those trades. It was their market maker. A market maker at working in good faith is supposed to keep his trades equidistant, pegged to the mid-market price, not create the mid-market price. How do I know he's creating the mid-market price or influencing it? His trades are not equidistant. How do we know his trades aren't equidistant? Using simple math. How do we know which percentage they off? We just see the lower one, what percentage is away from equidistance compared to the other trade, the higher one. And here we go, 18%. So you're watching me do the math on the live stream. So you know the rhyme and reason and the math of what I'm doing. Why isn't Coinbase doing anything about it? Well, Charlie Lee made $200 million on the last pump of 2017. Why aren't these guys investigating it or doing something about it? And the best part is, why did they lie? We all know this is not true. Okay, you got a better copy. That's what I base my math on Coinbase's statement. I went to check their alibi, and their alibi. That's like yeah, you can ask Bobby over there. I was when my wife was beaten up by somebody at the house. I was here in the bar with him. It must have been somebody else. Meanwhile, you go to Bobby, and Bobby goes, "I wasn't at the bar at that time. I was working." That's what this statement is. It's a lie. It's made up to protect yourself. It's made up. This is asking the criminal for a statement of what really happened. Okay? And you know it's not going to be the truth because you got evidence to the contrary. All right? So you know it's not the truth. Anybody could do this. You can ask any police officer whom I worked around for like 10 years. I worked around with police officers. All right, I'm trusted to walk the streets of New York City with a gun, okay, and tons of money. I've been doing it for years. People, strangers who just met me, know me from other companies, will give me $100,000 to bring to the bank for them. And every time I go to the bank, there's never a penny missing. Over years, for years. When I worked at all these other places, my signature on a wire was all it took to move to any account I wanted to, hundreds of millions of dollars. I was that trusted. And then you're going to tell me, after years working in bank and finance and working as a watchdog to finance, you're going to tell me you guys have no experience on doing any of that I'm wrong. You know how stupid you look? And I'm telling you right now, this market maker is manipulating the market, and this is part of a big insider trading scam. That's the only reason why you fabricate something like this, which we all know I could prove on a daily basis is not true. You deny it, and then you don't want to talk to anybody anymore. You're trying to bury the body that you murdered. That's what this is. This is dirt in your face. And I still say it right now, Brian Armstrong, if you're watching these videos, or anybody of your staff, or anybody wants to openly defend this, you can come on here and put me on the live stream. There could be 100 of you and one of me. I don't care, because the math is on my side. You lose. So if you got the guts and the brazen balls to confront me about this, let's do it on a public forum. Let's not put it behind closed doors and hide it like you're trying to hide it. Let's not try to get people's videos taken down like your global head of investigations tried to do to me on the email when I was trying to present this to them. And then he went to YouTube. And what YouTube tell him? No. He lost. You lost that, and you're going to lose everything else. And you're going to lose your freedom soon. And I hope you do, because you know why? I told this as I originally came to you guys as an ally because I thought you didn't know. Now, after 2 years, it's an impossibility for my interaction with your staff, yourself, and anybody else involved in Coinbase that you don't know this is going on. I have people that flew out to Vegas and walked right up to your project manager, the Litecoin staff, and asked them directly, and they refused to acknowledge this. You guys are criminals, and I'm telling you right to your face. Anybody who wants to talk about this, I'm open to talk about this. This is simple math, all right? And due to the response of Coinbase, I think most of their higher up staff know this is going on. They won't do anything about it because they're getting paid from it. They're making money off of it. They're making money ripping you off. And I don't care how much enthusiasm you have for the coin, that fake enthusiasm. Oh man, I never seen it. Yay, yay, I could do the thing. Yeah, we're all making money. Look, it's going up. Meanwhile, it's getting pumped up. The rope and the rest of some new dopes, and then they're gonna rob you when they plunge the price back down. Figure it out. Now it's been down for a year and a half. They have to have a run up, so people will tell me to shut up. After it runs up and people dump, the new people coming in who get the fever, the gold rush, they're going to rob them. What do you think they're doing? So that's it, people. Be very cautious, man. There's something really bad, rotten. And I don't know who's involved, but there's no way you fabricate something like this to New York Department of Financial Services, and we all know it's absolutely not true. And you create a story that you've been checking it for weeks at a time with a whole bunch of staff, and you put a lot of time into investigating this, and it takes 15 minutes to disprove this whole statement. There's something going on. It's deeper than we do. The rot is deeper than we think. All right, people, you guys have a good day. Stay clear, stay positive. Just be aware. This isn't anything to do with cynicism. This has to do with math. I'm out of here. You guys have a good one.